Right, Rich.
Hello.
So, one of my favourite TV shows is Evil.
Evil.
What's there on SpongeBob? Every villain is lemons. I don't think it's that. But the show's being cancelled. The actors are trying their best to get it picked up by Netflix, so I figured we could write an episode of it.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Support the cause.
So, we already had an idea, or you already had an idea. Do you want to share it?
Yeah, so there's a supernatural television.
Yeah, a haunted TV.
We didn't know whether it was like a television show on the TV or a character called the Showman on the television possessing people and telling them to do things.
It's more interesting if it's just the TV that's haunted.
Mm.
And what if there's like a face you know when a face like is frozen into the screen?
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like it burns into the screen or something.
Yeah, so like
yeah.
the face of a man is burned into the screen, and Kristen, Ben and David go and investigate this TV.
I just realised we could call the episode Dead Channels.
Okay.
Because there's, the static of a dead channel. Maybe that's it. It's like we have a cold open and the TV's on static and there's like a mum going, Ben, switch that off. It's not even playing. And you go, oh, mum, there is. I don't know, something creepy. But yeah, it's like they're just watching static.
He's been watching static for 7 hours.
Yeah, it's like, why are you doing this?
Is this a kid who's watching the TV?
I was going to go with like a beer-stained vest-wearing, curry-eating fella. Going, watching my programs.
Are we saying he's watching his programs, but it's just static on the TV?
Well, what he sees is like the Showman doing stuff and like, if we're just in his head, maybe, like in The Shining, where the handyman talks to Jack Torrance and it's like,
right.
Your wife is trying to bring an outside influence to the situation. So on the channel, the Showman's like, your wife isn't very approving of your viewing habits. You consider sawing her head off.
Right, okay. The Showman. Would you say his face is burnt into the TV?
Yeah.
So the team show up.
Are they investigating a murder as well? And he's like saying that he didn't do it. The TV did or something.
Okay, who's been murdered?
The wife.
Okay.
Well, the television just said, saw your wife's head off.
Yeah, sorry. It's because she had a line like 5 minutes ago. That's why it took me by surprise. Alright, she's dead. Sorry.
And then maybe she ends up on the show or something. Maybe that's like his goal in the episode.
Oh, okay.
The Showman trying to collect souls.
That's really creepy. If the team come round and ask him where he's watching, and he's saying, look, Marie's on TV.
And it's just static. Or do you reckon it'd be like her face is burned onto it too?
Kind of think it's creepier if it's just one man's face burnt into the TV.
They don't see her straight away as well. I think they only see her once they turn the telly off completely, cut the static, and then be like a bit of a jump scare moment. That'd be very creepy.
I know what Ben's reaction would be if he saw a face burnt into the TV.
Oh.
He'd try and investigate what this could be a still from. Like he'd go through old movies and stuff and try and find this face.
Maybe there is. Maybe he finds this Showman that used to be like a presenter, but he died.
Wait, that's perfect. So he can investigate a bunch of old VHSs this guy's watching TV as in his house, and he finds an old tape.
Yeah.
He had a show in the 60s or something, a talk show.
Yeah, that'd be sick. And maybe if it was a show that mum and dad used to watch or something, so he has fond memories of the show.
Right.
I'm trying to give it a skeptic angle, basically.
Yeah, still, I'm not sure, which is good because it means it's on brand for Evil. I'm not sure if this is real or not.
Yeah. So I was like, wait, is he just hallucinating it? Because he got abused as a kid?
Yeah.
Is it just nonsense? Or, we have the psychologist. We have Kristen go home and the kids are watching static and it's a new trend or something.
Okay.
It's like, oh, have you watched the static? It shows you things. Different people get.
Right, she'd immediately switch that TV off.
And it just so happens to be a trend. Maybe the Showman's trying to reach into the world through the internet or something, the ghostly presence of the internet, etc.
Oh, that's really cool. They're watching TikTokers going, watch the static.
Yeah.
Static challenge.
The static challenge, that'd be it.
And it's hashtag static and see what you can see in the static. If Ben is going through all these old tapes, by the way,
yeah,
I feel like we need a nice moment where Ben, Kristen and David watch some of these old stuff together, just hanging out, maybe in Ben's apartment.
Yeah, that's a cool scene. You're more familiar with older shows than me. Is there something thematically relevant here? Maybe there was maybe the Showman wasn't evil or anything per se. He was nice, but he tried to foster a nice environment, but then the network executives wanted him to be more edgy or wanted him to be more like mean to guests.
Oh, okay, yeah, I like it. Yeah, we need to get to that. So we need them to find the tape because they need to find out who this showman is, and they can look it up and they can find out what you've just said.
Would Ben just come across it when he's researching?
Well, can't they just find the old tape if they're going through the old tape?
And he sees the faces, he's like, oh shit, and then they Google it, and then that comes up, and then they sort of see like a familiarity with the Static Challenge, and they see it's all like connected.
Maybe they find like his last broadcast, like the last words he had on air. And he died shortly after. And they've got, like, the last broadcast up on YouTube, like a clip.
Oh, and his final line is like, now that the show's X'd, this is going to be yet another dead channel.
And then it goes to static.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So what did he need to do? Did he need to try and make peace with the showman?
But is any of this real? That's the thing.
That's it, yeah.
I feel like Charlie from Always Sunny, you know, when he's pushing at the conspiracy board.
Maybe that's the big point at the end. Maybe the television breaks.
Oh, man, that's brilliant. How heartbroken would he be?
Exactly. So at the beginning, we show him that he has to whack it still, you know, on the side. But then he whacks it too hard near the end, and it flies off and breaks. And so then we sort of imply that he sort of lost the plot. Hey, name drop.
That sounds like a good channel, man. Don't you think people should subscribe to that?
Oh, give it a like and at least comment, I think.
Whack that subscribe button like you'd whack the side of the TV. I like this, man, because at the end, it doesn't really matter if the showman really was haunting them or if he was just losing his mind a little bit.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, what happened happened. I feel like we've got that. I feel like it's just the right level of, like, creepy and, well, evil.
Yeah. There'd be loads of cool scenes we could do because static is just cosmic background radiation, so it's the oldest sound. The oldest, like, thing in the universe.
Right, man, that's just the line Ben would say. It's just...
Is it? Yeah, because you go, it's just the oldest thing in the universe, okay? It's just the universe being born.
Don't know why you said it like Rick from Rick and Morty.
I know, yeah.